Okay. All right. So we're recording. All right. Well, thank you guys all for joining us this evening. This is going to be one of several calls that you guys will be on, and in your length of time with Pampered Chef. So for those of you guys that I've never met before, my name's Becky Wolfinger, and I am the leader of this amazing WOLFPACK organization. A little bit about myself. I've actually been a Pampered Chef consultant now for 8 years. This has actually been my full-time job for 7.5 of the 8 years. So I'm here to tell you that if your goal is to make income, you absolutely can make income with Pampered Chef. Okay, I'm proof of it, that it works. A little bit about myself, family-wise, I'm the mom of 4 kids. My kids are 22, 19, 12, and almost 10. Well, yeah, 22, almost 20, 12, and almost 10. Two just had birthdays, 2 are getting ready to have birthdays. And they're really the reason why I love this business, because, you can be a successful income producing partner to your spouse. And you can also be a mom if that's your choice. Okay. So, with doing this business for so long, one of the things that you're going to hear us talk about very, very often is going to be your why. Okay. You really have to have a strong why when you do this business. And really what it all boils down to is, what is the reason why you joined Pampered Chef? Okay. And you'll probably hear me say at some point, your why should make you cry. And that's really true, because there's going to be times in this business, just like any business, if you were running a regular business, there's going to be times where you're going to be tested. There's going to be some tests of your patience. There's going to be some tests of your will. There's going to be some tests of your determination. And oftentimes, I find that people eventually at some point are going to want to be like, I can't do this. And so you're always going to want to come back to why you started. Okay. For me, when I started this business out 8 years ago, I had a 6-figure income. I had a career. I didn't need the money. I had the family. But my biggest problem was I was working 70 hours a week, and I had no time with my family, and I was exhausted, and I was mentally drained. Anybody feel that way ever? Probably at some point we all feel that way. And, we were in a situation where, we had credit card debt. I was looking for a way to pay credit card debt. And really, with the job that I had, there was no way that I could make more money. I was a salary manager. And in order for me to make more money, it meant, moving up and one more rung of the leadership ranks. And that meant more time away from my family. And when you're already working 70 hours a week, what does that leave you, right? It leaves you with nothing. And so, I had this divine intervention, as I call it. And one day I lost my job after 10 years of being with the company. In that period, I had discovered Pampered Chef again. I was a avid customer for years and years. I had gone to a party a couple months before I joined as a Pampered Chef consultant. I fell in love with absolutely everything and wanted everything in the catalog. Many of you probably can agree that that's what happens. And so I was like, oh, I need to host a party. Well, so I scheduled my party, and my consultant came, and the day she came, I was like, oh, there was a brochure in there, something about a business opportunity. I want to do that. So I joined that day after my party. She said I was the easiest recruit she ever signed in her life. And I'm with the company, and she's no longer with the company. So, but really, my why was tested in a lot of different ways. So about 6 months later is when 4 months later, I lost my job. And then 2 months later from that, my father-in-law was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Now, I want you guys to imagine going from a 6-figure income, okay, walking into work one day after 10 years losing your job, having no income, okay? You have all the bills, right? Because those bills don't go away. You have all of the responsibilities to feed your family of 6, but you don't have the income. What do? Well, most of us would decide, you know what, I need to go find another job like really quick. And, I had a little cushion, not very big of a cushion. And we decided that, you know what, why not give this a try and see what I could do with it? Which it meant a lot of work up front, for me to get my business started. It meant a lot of time learning. But here I am 7.5 years later, one of the top sellers in the company. I'm ranked number 70 in the entire company for sales. Okay. Which a lot of people can't say that, right? Literally 1 year from the time I made the decision to start Pampered Chef, the very next year at National Conference, I was being recognized for being in the top 1% of our company. So moral of the story is you can do big things with this company. You can do small things with this company, and both of them matter very much. Okay. So what is your why? So that's something I want you guys to think about. Okay. I want you guys to really dig deep at some point and figure out what your why is. What is going to, at that point where I was talking about when you're tested, what is going to keep you here? What is going to keep you moving forward with Pampered Chef?
Do you want us to share them?
You can't, we could have a couple of people share. I'd love to hear it.
Mine is, I fell down the steps last year and broke both my kneecaps. And last winter, my husband and I did not want me going outside and falling on ice, other than for doctor's appointments and when I absolutely had to go outside. And I'm looking for something that I can do at home and replace my income that I work part-time and do better for myself than what I'm doing now. But I also want something that's flexible around babysitting my grandchildren.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody else want to share what they think their why is right now?
I do.
Go for it, Miranda.
Basically, we've been struggling. I have to stay home because daycare is just ridiculous. Jobs I've been able to find, because I didn't get a degree.
Right.
But jobs that I've been able to find will just pretty much, I would be paying daycare. I would be working to pay somebody to watch my kids.
Absolutely.
Not have any money to pay bills, help my husband pay any of the bills, or even go on vacation. We've never been on vacation.
Right.
So I've been trying to find something to do at home. I mean, my kids, my twins, they just started preschool today. And it's just, it seems so much easier to be able to handle and be able to spend time with my family at the same time.
Absolutely.
And it's been something I've been looking for a while now, and something that actually sells and is good product. So, I mean, there's mine.
There's so much room for opportunity in this business. And, you know, all of the things that you just touched on, Miranda, are really what keeps me with Pampered Chef for so long. I've traveled, Tim, 6 years in a row now? 7 years. 7 years in a row that we've got to go on an all expenses paid vacation from Pampered Chef. You know, I was very much like you. Even when I had that 6-figure income, we never traveled because I never had time to. You know, we had the money, but not the time, right? And then I lost my job and I didn't have the money, but I had lots of time. So it's never worked out. It's never worked out for us to be able to have that luxury either. So, you know, for me, I understand completely where you're coming from, because, you know, who better to raise your children than you? Nobody else can do that, right?
Okay.
And I can tell you, as being someone that gave up 10 years of their children's lives and missed out on watching them grow up, that in what this business has taught me about myself and the way that I parent are things that I would have never learned only had it been for Pampered Chef.
Oh, yeah.
We've learned how to pinch pennies when we need to pinch pennies. We've learned how to, you know, take our groceries and really make that the way that we save money. So there's lots and lots and lots of things that we could go on about. But really, that's really the first thing that I want you guys to think about, though, when we get off this call, is why are you doing this? Okay. So sometimes people think that, oh, the leaders of these companies, they only care about the ones that are selling, right? They only care about the ones that are producing. And I'm here to tell you that that's not how I am. And that's not how I expect my directors to be. Okay. So Carolyn would probably laugh and Tiffany would laugh if she were on right now, because I am a firm believer that you are in this business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. Okay. You're never going to be by yourself. And the other thing that I want you guys to know is that if at any time you feel stressed, as far as someone putting too much pressure on you, that's not how we operate. Okay. So there never should be a time where you get a message from your director saying, hey, Lisa, are you going to do something this month? And if there ever is a time that you get a message like that from one of your leaders, then I want you to message me and say, hey, I don't know what's going on with Miss Carolyn, but she's gone mad. Because they know. I really believe that we are here to mentor and guide people. I am not here to be a boss, okay? I'm here to help other people be successful in this business. And we work through all of the obstacles as they come, okay? For some of you guys, that means this business is just a little bit of extra income for you, right? For some of you, that means maybe you want to pay for, I don't know, a vacation. Some of you, maybe you're looking to make serious income with Pampered Chef. You can do every single level of that, and you matter to me just as much as somebody that we're making $1 million, okay? So I don't ever want you to think that just because you're, doing what you want to do, that your goals for yourself are not big enough, okay? Whatever makes you happy makes me happy, okay? And the same goes for our leaders. That's how I want this team to operate. So, set a goal for yourself. How many of you guys have started Dash training?
I have.
Okay, some of you guys have, okay. And I know Lisa just joined today, but Lisa's already been on there, which is crazy. And Jenny, it looks like Jenny got on finally. Okay, so good. So Dash is our brand new training system. We went to National Conference this summer, and Pampered Chef released this brand new new consultant and above, so all of our consultants training platform. What I love about it is that it is very easy. Okay. If you've been on there and playing around with it, they make it fun. They make it a little competitive if you're that competitive kind of person. But they also make it able to fit into your schedule. Meaning that, if maybe you only have, 10 minutes to work on trainings today, most of the little trainings that you're going to do on Dash are going to be anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes, okay, or 3 to 5 minutes. They're not going to require a lot of time for you. The most important section for you guys to right now be knocking out is the new consultant section. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, which is why we love using Zoom and why I train on Zoom all the time, is because I have the ability to share my screen with you and show you guys things.
He's not here, honey. What's wrong?
Okay, so when you log into Consultants Corner, if you are brand new, then you might not have gotten your consultant number. And so you're going to want to use your email address and the password that you created when you actually joined. And so when you log in, home always takes you to the main screen. So right here in this purple box is Dash, and that's exactly where all of your training is going to be at. On the left side of the screen, you have a bunch of different task bars over here. Mine may have more than what you guys see, but that's only because I have a large team. So on the left side, you're going to notice a place that says programs. Okay, that is where you're going to start your actual training. So when you click on programs, you're going to see one that comes up that says new consultant. Okay, when you click new consultant, that is going to open all of your new consultant training. Now, if it's the first time that you're logging into Dash, it's actually going to start walking you through immediately when you log in there. It'll actually take you through some of the first couple trainings when you log into Dash the first time. But always know when you go back in, you just need to go to programs and then to new consultant to knock out those trainings, okay? Total, there are 20 trainings for new consultants on there. And those are going to walk you through a bunch of different things, okay? So like I said, if you're somebody that's time bound and you maybe only have a couple minutes, if you look on the trainings right here on the left corner, it's going to tell you approximately how much time that little training is going to take for you to complete it, okay? What I love about Dash is that when you as a new consultant complete a task on there, the person that recruited you can see your responses, okay? Which helps us as leaders to be able to have a conversation with you. So, let's say Beth has filled out her, done her training and it's on her why. And she's written up what her why is. So before my next call with Beth, I may want to pull up and see exactly what her why was, right? So we can kind of talk and discuss it, okay? Or maybe she's done the one that helps you set your goals for Pampered Chef. Again, I can see that. So it just helps us to have conversations based on what you want from this business, not based on what I want you to want from this business, okay? So that's why it's really, really important for those of you guys that are brand new to make sure that you're working on Dash so that we can start having those conversations and really know how to help move you guys forward, okay? Now I know, some of you guys are not going to want to, make millions of dollars, but you're still going to want to know the ins and outs of this business. And that's exactly what Dash is going to help you guys learn. Okay. So no matter how big or small, you still have to teach yourself in order to make any kind of money. It's like any other job, right? How many of you guys work a full-time job or have worked in the past?
I have.
Yeah. And every company you're going to work with, they do what in the very beginning?
Orientation,
kind of like what we're doing right now.
Right.
Yeah. And then training, right? And when you're working for someone else, you can't really get out of that training part of it. It's just not something that's optional.
Most places only give you a three-day training.
Yeah. So, I want you guys to kind of look at this the same way. Okay. Think of Dash as not being optional for you. Okay. Think of it as something that you need to do because guess what? You're each business owners now. Okay. No matter if remember, small goals or big goals, you now run your own Pampered Chef business. And so the only person that is going to make you successful is you. And the only person that's going to hold you back is you. Right? Which leads me into kind of one of the other things I want to talk about, and that's communication. Okay. I'm really big on, having relationships and connecting with our consultants. And really always you guys knowing that you can send me a message anytime you want to. I will respond back to you as soon as I have time. And anytime you want to hop on Zoom with me, if I have free time, I will absolutely drop things at the drop of a hat and do that for you guys. Because again, I do this business as my full-time income and our team is extremely important to me. What I don't want is you guys to be at a place where you're frustrated and feel like you don't have somebody to turn to. Okay. That's what we're here for. So you're going to ask lots of questions. Yay for questions. Carolyn probably asked 5,000 questions to me and Tiffany when she first started. And you know what? There's no dumb questions. Okay. Because if it's important enough for you to feel like you need to ask it, then it's important enough for me to answer it for you. So, you're going to ask lots of questions. You're going to feel like you're driving us crazy. You're really not driving us crazy. I promise you. Okay. We would rather hear from you than not ever hear from you. Because if we don't hear from you, then we get a little concerned and we're like, oh my gosh, what happened to Lisa? Where did Lisa go? We just don't know sometimes. And if you feel stuck, or you feel like you're not getting the results from something, instead of continuing to do something that you feel like you're not excelling at or you're not getting the results you should be, the best thing for you to do is to reach out for someone, right? To ask for help and say, hey, I've done 3 parties now. None of them are qualified. I just, I'm spinning my wheels here. And we will help you evaluate things and see where maybe we just need to make a little adjustment. Or, something could be up and we just need to help you. The other thing that you're going to see is that I do provide a ton of training. Okay. Now training as in we have a month, there's a moth. Sorry. It just flew above my head. It freaked me out a little. There is a monthly team meeting every month. That I would love for you guys to participate in. And our next team meeting is going to be the 15th at 8:00 and it'll be on Zoom. And then any other time that we have any kind of trainings that are upcoming, you can always look in the event section on the WOLFPACK organization page And that's where all of our upcoming trainings will be. Okay. So I normally create an event. I invite everyone, and just do me the huge favor that if you can't attend, that little button that says not going, it's really okay to click it. Okay. It won't bite you. I won't bite you, because I know life happens to all of us. And sometimes you're just not going to be able to make it. Okay. So who has questions? Because I'm sure you guys probably have some kind of question.
How do we get hostesses, our friends, to book as we start our business out? I was on the phone this afternoon and calling and messaging people, and they're all hesitant of, because I'm a new consultant, of hosting a party.
That is a really, really good question. So let's talk about that. Let me log into Facebook real quick. So there are definitely some do's and there are definitely some don'ts, okay? So things that you don't want to do in this business is you don't want to say, who's going to book a party with me? Like put it all over social media 1,000 times a day and saying, who's going to book a party with me? Who's going to book a party with me? Here's our special. Who's going to book a party with me? Because guess what you're going to do to your friends? They're going to be like, oh my gosh, you know that girl, Carolyn, she just signed up to become a Pampered Chef consultant, and she's really driving me crazy. And so the easiest thing for people to do, especially if they're not really good friends, is to click that unfriend or unfollow button, and then you just lost a connection, okay? So what you want to do is work on personal relationships with people, because that's really what is going to take you to the next level with your business.
Okay.
Now, let me share my screen real quick. And on the WOLFPACK organization page, for you guys that, again, are brand new, there is what I call our WOLFPACK team document. When you log into the WOLFPACK organization page, all the way at the top here under announcements, okay, if you're on a computer, it automatically comes up as the first thing. If you're on a phone, you're going to have little tabs at the top of your of the page. There's going to be one that says announcements. This document is your bread and butter as a new consultant, okay? And what you're going to find in here, so let's click it and open. Let me make sure you guys can still see my tab when it's open. Can you guys see the document that opened?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what I have done is this is your one-stop shop, okay? This is going to be not only for new consultants, but also for seasoned consultants to find everything that you need, from the specials this month to the host special, to the recruiting special, to training on cooking shows, training on virtual parties, anything that you need to help run your business. It is all right here at your fingertips. So if you go down a little bit, you'll see a section that says new consultants start here. And so, Jennifer, this is where I recommend that you would start, is right here by clicking that tab. And basically what this is going to do is help walk you through kind of what to do in your first 90 days for your business.
Okay.
If you're looking for something in particular, on the left-hand side, I even have built in little tabs. So let's say you're looking for scheduling parties. If you click over here on the left side, it'll take you right down to that section in the document for you.
Okay.
Literally, here's my OCD in a document for you. The best thing to do is to start off with the words that are right here built into this document. And all you're going to do is you're going to copy these into a message. And of course, if there's it says name right here, you want to make sure that you change that to the person's name and not send hi name. Because yes, speaking from experience, I have done that in the past and it doesn't work out very well. So you just copy and paste and send this out to people. Now, you're going to run into a couple things, okay? When you're messaging people, guess what's going to happen? People are not going to respond to you, right?
Yes, and you can't see their faces to know what their initial response is.
Okay, so I want you to remember two things: that we all have life, right? And sometimes, because it's the best time for us to send the message, it's not really the best time for that person to read the message. And so I find what happens sometimes is, let's say Kim reads the message. It's on Monday. She reads the message. On Tuesday, I go back in to check to see if Kim read the message, and I see Kim read the message, right? And so look, can y'all tell I've done this for a while? Just a little while? Now, I see that she's read the message, and my first response is what?
She's not interested.
She's not interested. Doesn't want to do a party. She read my message and didn't respond.
Oh, how dare her.
How dare her? She's not really my friend. Okay, so let's give some grace to people, right? And let's think about it and say, you know what? Maybe Kim just read it and she totally forgot because her little kid was driving her crazy and screaming in the background. And she had to go take care of things. And then it was dinner time. And then the kids had to go to bed. And then she crashed because she was exhausted. We didn't think about that. We thought immediately about ourselves and us saying, oh my gosh, she read the message and she didn't respond. Give people the opportunity. And so what I recommend is within 24 to 48 hours, you send them a message that says, hey, Lisa, did you get my message the other day? Simple. Okay. And again, it's all built into this document for you. It's simple. It reminds her, oh my gosh, I forgot to respond to her. And what you're going to find is 75% of the time people are going to respond back to you. Okay. You're still going to have that percentage of people that are not going to respond to you. And that's okay. Because guess what? Have you guys ever been to a restaurant? Most of you probably have, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever ordered, or has your waitress ever said, hey, Jennifer, would you like a cup of coffee? And maybe at the moment you weren't wanting a cup of coffee because it was like 97 degrees outside. Maybe you just didn't want the cup of coffee, right? So you tell the waitress, no, thank you. I'm really not interested in a cup of coffee right now. Now, do you think the waitress runs in the back screaming and crying because, oh my God, Jennifer said no, she doesn't want my cup of coffee?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully not.
So I look at this very much the same way with our customers, okay? Sometimes they are just not interested at the moment in what we're offering them. That doesn't mean they're not going to be interested, a couple months from later, 6 months later. It just means right now is not the best time for them to have the cup of coffee, okay? They're not saying no to you. They're saying no to what you're offering them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So that's thing number one. Now, number two, you're going to have people that are like, oh my gosh, Lisa, no, I'm just not interested in doing a party for you because life is crazy, or they're going to give you some objection, right? So built into the document, there's a whole section called objections to bookings, and it's going to help you make word choices back to them. But better yet, because you're a new consultant, what we love as directors is for you to just take a screenshot of your conversation and send it to us so that we can help walk you through the word choices to turn that no into a yes. Okay? Or to turn that still a no after we try to overcome an objection to maybe they'll give you a referral. Maybe they'll refer a friend to you or something that will get you new business. That's what we're here for. Okay. So again, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to send you messages because I'm already sending you 15 messages asking you questions.
What I found was frustrating though was all of these, well, not all of them, but some of my friends like Pink Zebra and Scentsy and Tupperware I buy from, and I started them out, booking parties and stuff to help them out. I thought they would do the same for me, and they're not willing to.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to happen. The people that you most of the time think are going to be the ones that book shows with you. Oh, she's my best friend. She's going to do a party for me for sure. They're the ones that are like, no, I don't want to do a party for you. I just don't want to do a party for you. Okay.
Exactly.
And it's going to happen.
That's what I ran into today. So
my question is this: how many Facebook friends do you have? Okay.
140.
Okay. Guess what?
I have an idea for the Cincy friends.
Go for it, girl.
The Tupperware friends. And I did this recently, and it ended up being 2 bookings. I reached out to my paparazzi lady, my Cincy lady, another girl who does Mary Kay. And I reached out to them to be consultants. And I said, hey, you're already doing this type of sales. And of all these, Pampered Chef really has been great for me. I thought of you. and thought maybe you might want to try it out with me. And they declined to, you know, join my team, but it was, well, maybe I could have a party or help you out that way. So starting with join my team becomes, you can work yourself down the ladder to say, you know, host a party. And
well, that's a cool idea.
I'm handing you my director badge right now. She's the winner for the night. Because really, that is the perfect, that is exactly what we want you guys to do in this business. Now, some of you are probably like, oh my God, I don't want to recruit anyone. I need to get, you know, bookings on my calendar. And that's okay, right? But we start somewhere, okay? So it really is whatever you're comfortable with is what you want to do. And I think that once you get 1 or 2 shows under your belt and you feel a little bit more comfortable in the business, you're going to see that you're a little bit more comfortable with who and what you're asking. Okay. But yeah, that's absolutely a great place to start, Kim. And really, we should always offer the business first. And it's only because, again, had I not, you know, 8 years ago, had the opportunity to do this, I was that person. Okay. And you're going to hear me talk about this again several times, that we offer this business opportunity to everyone. We don't discriminate with who we offer it to. Because my recruiter, after I told her I wanted to join her team, she's like, oh my God, I would have never asked you. And I said, why would you have never asked me? And she said, because I knew you made good money with your job and I knew you were way busy. But I was that person looking for something like this. And if we don't ever ask, the answer is always going to be no. Okay, so that goes with bookings and that goes with recruiting. If you don't ask, you're actually saying no for someone. Okay, and we don't really know. You know, sometimes our really good friends are really the best secret keepers. You know, the ones that would never admit that they're having financial trouble. The ones that would never admit that, oh my God, I need a vacation, but I can't afford to do it. They're never going to tell you things like that, where we think that they would be open and honest with us. Sometimes they're not going to be the ones to say, you know what, I might want to join your team and make some extra money. So we just ask everyone, because, you know, everyone is the perfect Pampered Chef consultant, male or female. You know, we have the best. Everyone eats. Everyone has a kitchen. Okay. So Jennifer, you have 140 friends. You know what that means?
I invited them all to my Facebook opening party. That's how I know.
Okay. That's a good thing, because 140 friends means 140 messages.
Yes.
Okay. And I don't mean like get off here and go send 140 messages right now, because Facebook will throw you up in jail as quick as your head would spin. But what I mean is that you have a solid list to start with. Okay. Your job going forward is to grow that 140 into 200, that 200 into 225. Okay. Our job to expand this business is to build relationships with your hosts and your guests that you interact with at the parties.
Okay.
Grow your contact lists so that you always have a place to go for future business. I'll tell you, in 8 years, I have never made it through my entire contact list. Never. Okay? Because what you're going to do is you're going to get yourself set up with the amount of shows that you want. You're going to book shows from the shows, right? That is our number one job when we are doing a show, is to book parties. Okay? It is to help the host earn the rewards, to find our recruit leads, and to book future business. Those are the 3 tasks with every single party I always want you guys to keep in mind. Okay? But what I want you to do is to take every day 10 or 15 minutes and send 20 messages every single day. Okay? So of that list, it should take you about a week to a week and a half to get through. And every day you send out 20 messages with that new consultant message that's in the team document. As you get responses, okay? If it's an objection, you send a screenshot to your director so we can help walk you through. Or if you feel comfortable trying to overcome the objection, then do that. But if you're not quite there yet, your best resource is one of us to help you make selective word choices. Okay.
Okay.
And that's really what is going to set you apart. I can tell you. So Carolyn, that's on here. Carolyn promoted to a fast track director within her first 90 days of business, and she has not turned back since. Okay. And how she started her business was every single day, no matter what, she sent messages out to people, and she still sends messages out to people every single day, no matter what. Because again, big or small, no matter what your goals are, you still have to touch your business a little bit every single day to have a functioning business. Imagine a Walmart. Okay. Can y'all imagine a Walmart that you're the manager of, right? But today I decide I don't want to go in there and turn the key and open the door and let people in. I just don't want to do it. What do you think those customers would do? There'd be a riot up in Walmart, right?
Yes.
There would be. So a business owner, somebody that owns a box store of any kind of business, they touch that business every single day. They have to go in that door, turn the key, turn the lights on, and work every single day. The other thing that I want to leave you guys with is this. Some of us that have children, you're going to find yourself in the trap but I don't have time because of my kids, right? I have 4 of them, so I know all about it. The best piece of advice that I can give you as a mom is that make your children the reason why you do this business, not the reason why you don't do this business. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let those children drive you to get everything you want. Look, and I'm sappy. Ask Carolyn, I'll cry at the drop of a hat. But I get goosebumps and I'm emotional because I know how this business has changed my life, you guys. Literally, when I told you in the beginning of this that I lost my job, that 6-figure income, and I walked into work one day, we literally in 24 hours went from a 6-figure income to poverty. A lot of people don't realize that about me. And we have dug our way out of it. We never took handouts. We never, did the things that we could have or should have done because I believe in hard work. I was raised with that with my father. This business can change your life. I am living proof that it can change your life if you let it.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What is your income level now? You said 6-figure before. What is it now?
Yeah. So my average paycheck is anywhere from $4,500 to $5,000 a month right now.
Wow.
Yeah. And, it, depending on what season we're in, sometimes it's higher. And sometimes if I want to take a little break, then I do that too. This summer I was going through physical therapy most of the summer. And so I scaled down the amount of shows that I was doing to allow time to get through my physical therapy for my back and my hip. So that's what I love about it though, is that when you want more, you can get more. When you don't, when you want a little less, you can do a little less. And only you decide what's right for you. And we're here to help support you guys through that.
Awesome.
So any other questions? Miranda, Jenny, Lisa, we have Lisa and the cool gang.
I'm curious about taxes, how taxes work.
Okay. So you will get a 1099.
Okay.
There are no taxes taken out of your commission. What they recommend is that you set a little bit aside every, commission check into an account for later on. I will tell you with doing this business for 8 years, I've never owed tax because we have so many write-offs with this business.
Yeah.
A little tip for you guys, those of you guys that love to cook, okay? So your groceries literally can be a tax write-off almost every night of the week if you want them to be. Because if you're testing a recipe or you're testing a product to use to cook a recipe, those groceries are a tax write-off. Wow. So if you're that person that saves receipts, just save your receipt and at the top of it, put on there, I was trying, veal parmesan or whatever the recipe was, or whatever power tool you were using for it. And that's a tax write-off. Half of your cell phone bill is a tax write-off. Half of your internet is a tax write-off. So there's lots and lots and lots and lots of write-offs for you. But
So
I
my new computer would be a tax write-off.
What's that?
My new computer will be a tax write-off.
Actually, yes. Yep. When I bought my MacBook was a tax write-off. I gave myself a little Christmas present. But you have to make sure you're organized. Okay, that's kind of the biggest thing, is to make sure that you're organized. Pampered Chef also does have a built-in system, so that when you're doing shows and let's say you give a gift to a host and you pay for it through your order payment account, it'll track that for you. So at the end of the year, you just have to go on there and you can print out your list, and that's good. So
are we just doing, so with the 1099, are we just doing income tax then that we'll be filing for, and then is sales tax already handled through Pampered Chef? We don't have to worry about that.
You got it, sister.
Awesome.
Yep, just your income tax, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
He's adorable.
Any other questions?
Sorry, got a little newborn.
You're fine. Yeah.
He demands some time right now.
That's okay, because look at you. You are sitting here and you're learning while you're holding, which is the best. It's the best. I'm telling you, what I've seen with raising children with doing this business is it has also taught them so much, right? It lets them see the value of what I'm doing as well. You know, they know mommy is running a business to help, provide for our family. And they're a part of it. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see my children like in everything that I do. They're right beside me. Like Lily is my like kitchen guru in the future. She's like, I'm going to be a Pampered Chef consultant. Okay. Well, sign me up.
You got her on your contact list, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys taking time out and hopping on here. I hope that I've answered some of your questions. Like I said, the best thing that you guys can do is to really focus on getting your DASH training done. Stay in contact with your director and schedule a follow-up. Okay. Like, I love to talk to new consultants, like, a couple days into the business after they've just first joined. And then, like 3 or 4 days from now, I would schedule another follow-up with your director just so that you guys are on the same page. Make sure that you've scheduled your launch parties, okay, whether that's going to be an in-home party or a virtual party or both. Make sure you guys get that narrowed down and really start working on those bookings, okay? Bookings are the life of our business, okay? And in your first 90 days, there are so many rewards that you guys can earn, okay? And you're going to see that when you get into the DASH training. It's going to walk you through our Fast Track to Director program and our new consultant reward program. And I don't know about y'all, but I love freebies. I love free stuff. And if you give me a little challenge, I'm that person that's like running as fast as she can to like, reach the goal. So if you're a goal seeker like I am, then you'll love our Fast Track program and our new consultant reward program. So any other questions at all?
No, but I was
just really quick.
Oh.
You can go, Miranda.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say really quick. Once you become a director, this is what I didn't know until I got home, and there's like several huge boxes of Pampered Chef in my living room. But once you become a director, they send you the newest of all the products just automatically. And so, I mean, I was on the phone calling Tiffany because Tiffany is my one that I had recruited under. And I'm like, I think they messed up. And she starts laughing and she's like, nope, that's yours. And so it was really nice. All of a sudden I got all the things from
you get the whole line of new products. So whatever season you're in, so like we just started fall winter. If you promote to director within the next couple months, you're going to get the entire fall winter line that just came out for free. That's just one of the perks, right?
The blender.
The blender. Hello. Carolyn was priceless, though. That's why I'm sitting here giggling and laughing, because she was like, oh my God, all this stuff came and I don't know whose it is. And should I send it back? And we're like, we forgot to tell her. So
Just a minor little thing.
Just one of the small details, you know. Hey, by the way, you're gonna have 2 boxes of free stuff. It was great. We all love happy surprises, right? What was your question, Miss Miranda?
Well, no, I didn't have a question, but I did record my why video and put it on Facebook business page. I was just going to say, because you're saying your kids are always on your side, I had my oldest record it with me.
Nice.
We did like pre-videos and just like laughing at them. But it was cute.
Fun, though. Guys, I'm telling you, the more personal you can make your business experience, the more people are going to buy into it. Okay. You know, so you're going to, like, when you guys look at the new outline that I just did for our team, you guys are spoiled. Okay. First of all, you're extremely spoiled. There's not a lot of organizations in this company that the leaders sit down for hours upon hours and write out outlines for the teams because they think I'm crazy. They think I'm psycho for doing it. But I do it for the reason that I want you guys to be able to become a consultant and start working if you wanted to work right away, right? I don't want you to have to invest 15 hours of time into writing an outline for yourself. But what I want you to do is I want you to learn how to personalize that experience for your customers, okay? So the best parties that you're going to have are the ones that show your face and your children's faces if you have children, and you guys using the products and not these stock images from Pampered Chef. The more that you can personalize that experience, that's where a connection with people starts and ends, okay? It starts and ends right there. So, all righty, my friends. Well, I am so glad you guys decided to join our team. And like I said, if there's anything that I can do to be a part of your success, all you got to do is say, hey, Becky, I need your help. Okay. And I'm there for you. So thank you guys so much and have a great evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
See ya.